Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 3 Minute Thursdays. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my lovely assistant today is Cheryl. So, before we actually start the video, just want to let you know I'm going to make a few small announcements about the channel at the end of the video, so just stay tuned for that. But without further ado, why don't we start our countdown? So, as always, let's start with some Dollfie Dream news. So, Volks has announced both the Volks International website and the Volks USA website will be doing the pre-orders for the Nier Automata project for 2B and 9S. So they will both be going on simultaneously this October 20th. Further details will be addressed as we get closer to the date. Now, Volks has also announced in this picture here that they're going to be having a Hatsune Miku Magical Mirai 2018, I guess, mini event or something like that. So during the actual event that took place in Japan, they released these things called the Happy Coats or Happy Coats. Basically, it's a coat with Len and Ren or Hatsune Miku on it. Now, as far as I know, this hasn't been labeled as a lottery, so this is going to be a click war. So if you are interested in these items, make sure you visit them this September 29th. Remember, that's JST time, okay? And then lastly, Volks has posted in this picture here that the Volks News 80 magazine is now released as the web version. So I will put a link to that in the description of below if you want to see that as well. But that wraps up everything for Dollfie Dream news this week, so let's move on to some Smart Doll news. So Danny Chu has posted in this picture here that Smart Doll Trinity has sold out within hours of her pre-order. But luckily for all of you, she is slated to be a frontline girl, so she will come up on pre-order again sometime this October. So if you didn't make it into the first batch, try to make it into the second batch this October. Now, also, Danny Chu's posted in this picture here that he's been working on Smart Doll Cortex, and he says the molds have been completed for the most part, and he's working on a myriad of other things, such as like packaging, shipping, temperature control, storage, etc., etc. But he did mention that there are some beta testers, so those of you that were lucky enough to be picked as beta testers for the Smart Doll Cortex, they should be going out probably sometime within the next couple weeks. Who knows? If you were selected as a beta tester and you haven't heard anything from Danny Chu, just shoot him another email just to see what the status on that is. But that's really it for that. So let's move on to the next topic, which is going to be right here, the new apparel items. So Danny Chu has released new patterns for the stain prevention leggings and women's shorts. So if you want to tackle more side projects for your dolls, that is available now on the Smart Doll website. Now, Danny Chu's also posted in this picture here that thanks to a Twitter user who is named in this picture, Danny Chu's working on prototype lenses for the Smart Doll glasses. Now, these lenses are to simulate how in anime, when someone has an evil thinking, or just thinking in general, and they wear glasses and they do something like this, how the glasses kind of glow, or, you know, they become like lighted, so to give it a dramatic effect. So he is in the prototype stages of making lenses for those. So far, they look kind of interesting. I can't wait to see what the finished product looks like. And then lastly, Danny Chu's posted in this picture here that the Mirai Store t-shirt for humans is now going to be released for the Smart Dolls. So that should be released sometime later this autumn. So keep an eye out for that. But that wraps up everything for this week's episode of 3 Minute Thursdays. Now, I just want to make, as I said earlier, a small announcement to my channel. I will be attending New York Comic Con 2018 this October 4th. It will be a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday event. I will be there for all 3 days. If you want to meet up or anything, send me a message on Twitter or Instagram. We can meet up, take some doll pictures, talk some doll stuff, just hang out and have a grand old good time. I will also be there with Imagine a Press. This will be their last year, unfortunately, at New York Comic Con. So come by the booth and check things out over there. Now, also, I wanted to let you guys know that I did mention I'm going to be attending Anime NYC 2018 this November. That hasn't changed, but I did apply for 2 panels, which I have heard back from them, and unfortunately, they've been rejected. They were rejected last year, and unfortunately rejected again this year, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it seems to be mostly an industry-type panel setting, and if not, there just doesn't seem to be enough demand for doll panels, so unfortunately, that's just the way the dice rolls, but I will still be attending as Volks USA, and Danny Chu will be there, and hopefully I will be doing more videos on that. But that's really everything I wanted to update you guys on. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, For some reason, I had to think about that. I don't know why. And my lovely assistant today is Cheryl. So as always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.